This is Leigh, and I'd like to welcome you to Tarot Alcmy. Today we're going to do a new moon reading.
Welcome to Tarot Alcmy. For entertainment only, use your discernment. All rights reserved. Everyone is welcome. Do no harm. Join our community. Thank you.
And let's start off with a general message for you. This is an all-sign new moon reading. The first card out is the Chariot in reverse. So Chariot in reverse denotes a lack of movement. What's the next card out? I'd like to invite you to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Strength in reverse. So self-doubt, inner turmoil, weakness, lack of confidence. Let me make sure my cards are right side up. Okay, what else do we need to know moving into this new moon? We have Four of Cups. So this is contemplation. Looking at things differently, feeling a little unfulfilled, unhappy, discontent. So it's no wonder, because you're stuck and things are not moving for you. You're feeling weak or not having confidence. What else? Well, there's a reason, because you've been in the Ten of Swords. So Ten of Swords is painful endings, betrayal, exhaustion. You're tired from this whole situation that's been going on because of its Ten of Swords. You've been dealing with this for a while. Ten of Swords means that it's almost over. So what else? So this is Seven of Pentacles. So this means that you've been very diligent, even though you haven't had the strength, or you've been dealing with, this adversity and feeling stuck. You've still been planting seeds, which is good, because that's how you're going to get death at the bottom of the deck. Now, most of the time we look at death as a bad thing. I mean, if you look at this card, it looks kind of scary. But death can mean big changes ahead. It's a rebirth, transformation. So it's a way of looking at things in a different way, because when one thing dies, another thing is birth. So death isn't always a bad card, although it can be. Let's see what else. You're manifesting. So you've been diligently working at manifesting, even though you've dealt with this painful situation, you felt stuck, you haven't had strength. You've still been working and planting seeds and trying to make it and trying to build it into something that is going to make a bad situation into a good one. You're trying to transmute. And you're also showing gratitude. You're showing support. And, the way that you are planting these seeds is by giving. And knowing that when you give, you will receive. So this is going to take you out of this Ten of Swords energy. the Six of Pentacles is going to help you move forward. That's a kind of an attitude that you've adopted, to work hard, plant seeds, manifest things, and put it into action, which is where you're literally giving to others, and you're also willing to receive. And yeah, you're looking at a change in this cycle. So this is like, not only do you have death as rebirth, but this is going to move you into a big change. It's going to close out all of this negativity, and it's going to usher in a new life cycle. And that's because you've been conscious. You know, even though you've been going through this painful situation with the Ten of Swords, it's made you weak. You know, you've had painful endings. You have also still been able to give back into yourself with the Seven of Pentacles. You've been working diligently on manifesting. You've been, dedicating yourself, and you've been trying to stay out of this regret that can come up with the Four of Cups. So let's see. Yeah, it's all looking up. This is also the Wheel of Fortune. So this says a cycle has closed, and that is because of the Wheel of Fortune, in this situation is also going to turn, and it's going to turn into a situation that gives you a better life. In fact, the next card up is the Star, and this has to do with renewal. So this is you moving into your renewal, after the cycle closes, after the painful endings, after you have been cultivating, self-love and, a new life situation. You're going to move into your North Star, into your purpose. And this is going to be a huge breakthrough for you. This is going to bring in your truth. When we live in our purpose, this is our truth, and this is going to bring in new insights, new ideas, etc. And this is a divinely led situation, meaning that you are the Star and you are being divinely led to your truth. And bottom of the deck is the Fool. So you are going to be taking the Fool's journey. See how she's just kind of letting go. She's on her path. She's not even looking at the ground. She's just stretched out, open to what this moon is going to reveal to her. And she is, getting back to her inner child. She has her own originality. She's being authentic. And this is going to bring in this fresh hope. This change with the world is going to usher in. And she's going to lay down her burdens. You are going to lay down your burdens, which is the Ten of Wands. And, you're going to forget about all these painful memories. You may learn from them, but you're not going to feel them the same way, right? It's okay to, acknowledge our traumas, and Ten of Swords is trauma. It's okay to acknowledge things that have gone in the past. This may be, age-old traumas from other lifetimes, generational traumas. This could be within this lifetime. Recognize that these guys are children, so maybe something happened when you were young, and it's okay to acknowledge that. But we want to move from being a victim to a victor. We want to transmute the energy, illuminate and learn from the lessons with the sun. And this is you being the unicorn in your star energy, in your authenticity. And unicorns are for sure authentic, but they're all also staying in that positive, vibration, high vibing. They're unique. They're pure potentiality. They radiate happiness and warmth. And, all of these illusions and this Ten of Swords trauma that you've experienced has come from the moon energy, but you don't have to carry that with you anymore. You're looking into what is your next move, and you're really looking at all the possibilities that your new life cycle could bring to you, and this is all divinely led. So you're using your discernment, your crown, your third eye, your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral. All these chakras are working together to bring you in, to bring your energy in to this new beginning that you're going to experience. Yeah. And when you do this, when you align this, when you've cultivated, when you've given, you put action behind things from your solar plexus chakra, you've been passionate about what it is that's important to you. You've not tried to stuff down your trauma, but you've acknowledged that it's been kind of shoved down there, but now you've brought it up, you've looked at it, you have examined it, perhaps you've had somebody help you witness it, and now here it is, this is part of the fabric of me. We all carry trauma. Some people are better at acknowledging their trauma than other people are. Some people never want to touch it. It's just too painful. And sometimes we don't even remember our trauma until we're adults. I have a situation in my life where I was literally in my 50s before I recognized what happened to me as a child. I remembered the event, but I always had remembered it a certain way. And as I got older, I was more able to accept and examine what happened to me. And I'm still examining that as an adult, but I was able to, look at that from a logical perspective and not be so engulfed in the pain of the situation, but to look at it logically. What really happened? How did this happen? Who was responsible? And let go of, that trauma. Let go of shame, latent things that you carry with you like heavy baggage throughout your life. And that's where the sun allows you to illuminate the darkness of the moon, to let go of those traumas and to move forward with your life a little detached. You can still forgive people if you choose to. You don't have to hang on to these events, whatever it is for you. gender non-specific, you know. However you choose to recognize that, it's your energy, your authenticity. So I hope that helped you. With that said, with the new moon energy, it's a good time to be giving some momentum to things that can push you forward in your life purpose. And with that said, peace, love, thank you.